Hi everyone. Very good afternoon. Hope you can hear me well and you can see me as well. Let me just see if anyone coming and watching us, and if you can confirm that I'm live, that would really help. Just a second. Also, we will discuss that alpha momentum basket and the multi-factor basket from our side was rebalanced last night, and you would have seen updates this morning. I see a lot of you have already taken the rebalance, which is fantastic. I think some of you are still waiting. Of course, you can plan to take it in a day or two so that you are aligned with the underlying factor. Um, the changes were mainly around some new additions, of course, and reduction in weightage for others, which are kind of falling out in that relative factor, which would translate to, depending on the time you have joined, will of course translate to somebody booking profit, somebody booking losses. It's part of the portfolio. That's how it would be. I have to see whether we are really live. Let me just see. And then I can confirm to you as well. The what we call the Q&A sheet, I think, was already shared by my team. So you should have the Q&A sheet with you. Hi, you're live, Tanmay. Hi, you're live. Hello, sir. Hello, Nidesh. That's fantastic. Queries are also anyways being submitted, which I see, which is great. I also see that the team has shared the live link as well, right, and the form link as well. So what we can do, we can of course start with one basket and then move to another. Also, we'll talk about how is the relative kind of strength, right, moving across the sectors, which will determine which stocks we are kind of increasing our exposure for those sectors, and which stocks, of course, we would have to reduce the weightage. I don't think that we are doing any massive changes to any of the baskets for now, because we are very fortunate that all of the kind of composition you have already had with the baskets last say 4 5 months, from the time when we had limited rebalance, very limited rebalance. And I'm very happy to kind of tell you that I speak to a lot of you over a lot of Zoom meetings and one-to-ones. And what I realized that, I mean, a large set of audience, whoever speak to me, of course, are very pleased, very happy that they could sail through this, drawdowns comfortably, because they could add capital, because I was kind of be in touch and the team was in touch, and we did not forced ourselves to kind of issue unnecessary rebalances to just maintain the index, right? But rather to kind of maintain it as a proper model portfolio where money is involved, right? Where a large sum of money is involved. So that's where I think our objective always has been, that we always try to do the right thing. And patience is now helping to recover much faster, and a very very good set of spectrum of our users who are already kind of was doing the hard work on our behalf by adding money to their baskets, and they are now reaping benefits, right? So that's a great part. I would like to kind of go through the Q&A form directly. I will first answer that. Then we will absolutely go to the data part, or either ways, right? Vice versa. I can do the data pass first. Let me just open the sheets. Baki, I think we already took the decision to keep the general discussion group open for all of you, for all the days. This is different from the last Wednesday, where I think when some of you have kind of expressed that they want a free flow conversation. Personally, I don't see real value of that because there are only set of active people who would say something. Which is of course they of course want to give feedback and they want to kind of help each other. But there's a lot of silent audience who only are there to feel comfortable that that somebody is kind of helping them sail through this period of volatility. So the request which I have already done and my support team is actively working on it is anything you have, right? Very open to feedback. Please send email. Please set up meetings. Uh, Treat general discussion as general discussion. Right? Do not go after each other because that is not where things will become constructive. That's how the idea is. Now, coming to questions. So I have answered 700 questions already in the sheet. And questions around innovating growth leaders rebalance कब आ रहा है. So innovating growth leaders का rebalance आज रात में आ रहा है. आपको उस rebalance में there is no addition, there is no deletion, there is only a weightage update in my view, because growth leaders, innovating growth leaders has been very fantastically kind of come out a surprise for everybody and it's really doing very good. So usme sirf what we are doing, we are trying to shift the, because ultimately it's a quarterly rebalance basket. The companies are showing a tremendous kind of EPS growth and a quarterly growth. So there is no need for any new addition in that basket for now. Since the quarter is over and we have to rejig the basket basis the underlying growth factor. So we are only kind of adjusting the weightage to have more exposure to some companies, which is similar to what we have done as part of the manager update, right? So you will see innovating growth leader coming out tonight. You will see balance basket and value basket also coming out as the rebalance tonight, which means you can execute tomorrow. Quality, prime quality, wealth waves, and momentum trend masters is unfortunately kind of stuck in a situation where it had one of the company which had kind of demerger and all of that stuff. And I think you already started getting the replacement stocks in your holdings in your demat, but the model portfolio does not have the replacement yet, and we are working with the small case team to find out when it will be added. Then as soon as it is added, I think early next week you should have a rebalance there as well. So that's about growth leader and other updates. That's from Jaspreet. So Jaspreet, that's the answer to you. Ramya is asking, Ramya Ratish, uh, I started investing in October and I'm currently sitting at a number in Alpha Momentum Quality Picks and 500 model. So far, my investment in the small case is this much money. I don't have any issue with the current. Sorry, guys. Bless me. Thank you. Sorry for that. Too much of AC. I don't have an issue with the current drawdown given the market scenario and I'm willing to hold. However, notice that after each rebalance, the loss percentage tend to increase. Therefore, I'm considering skipping the upcoming rebalance until the market recovers a bit. Once that happens, I plan to rebalance and add more capital to my current. Kindly share a view on this approach. See, absolutely, it's a research advisory business. It's not a portfolio management service, right? As we all know, your money is not with me. So the decision is in your hands, not in mine. My job is to give you a research advice. This is our model, our kind of research. And if we think that a weightage should be increased in certain company and a weightage should be reduced in some company, this would absolutely may mean that the company where we are reducing the weightage, and if in depending on your date, right? Let's say October, we might have coverage in companies from August as well, right there. So your numbers and my numbers may not be similar, and decision is always yours. But my humble suggestion or my humble request would be, I don't think you can time the market, or anybody can time the market of when the market recovers and whatnot. Anyways, we do a very thoughtful consideration. We do a lot of thought around discretionary baskets in terms of when to rebalance, when to adjust weightage, what are the tailwinds to adjust the weightage, what are the headwinds for those companies, for those sectors. So the decisions we take are lot of data backed and a lot of research we do. Uh, it's just my suggestion that uh, don't worry about those, adjustment to your net PNL for now, uh, because ultimately you would like to kind of follow in the long term. But yeah, if that gives you comfort for now because you are in drawdown, and I understand that it's when it is money, it is close to you, right? So you may not want to do the rebalance. So you have an option to skip it. And whenever you feel that the market has recovered, you may take the next rebalance, right? So so my view is I explain you my view. It is absolutely your decision, but my recommendation would be if I were you, I would follow the model. I mean, as I will follow the approach. Right. Okay, so that's from Ratish. Neeraj is asking, is Alpha Blend quality focus is long term or short term? Because some big investors predicted that global market get crashed like 2008. What is your opinion, sir? Neeraj. The data of 2008 and data of 2025 is very different to each other. The reason for 2008 was very structured, subprime mortgage and the entire, the banking system challenges we had back then, the kind of risk weight, the regulator in each country had to kind of enforce the kind of regulations we had, right, at that point in time, whether it is Basel regulations or whatever, right, banking regulations for risk management. They're much different now. And our central bank RBI, I think we are very kind of conservative in terms of how we kind of approach the overall liquidity, the overall health of our financial system, plus the participation from FIs back then, the participation of DIs now. I think they are very different spectrum from 2008. And maybe somebody is predicting crashes like 50-60% like 2008. I'm not a believer of that kind of school of thought. I'm a believer of the companies where your money is, and I don't see any change happening in capital goods in the companies you are part of, and and all of that. And absolutely, they are great businesses. So, is absolutely a long-term basket with the focus of 3 to 5 years, as any equity investment should do. And I don't think that we need to really worry. The only thing is they are equity baskets, right? They are equity portfolios. They don't move to cash easily. And I think as part of our recent revamp of the entire naming conventions and जो हमने आपको बताया कि हमने नाम बदल रहा है, हमने उसमें फैक्टर्स को जो फैक्टर्स यूज कर रहे हैं उनको हमने क्लासिफाई किया हिंदी. अच्छा, ऐसा करेंगे हिंदी में क्वेश्चन होगा तो हिंदी में आंसर करता हूँ, अदरवाइज इट विल गेट काइंड ऑफ डाइल्यूटेड. एंड इफ यू हैव क्वेश्चन इन हिंदी, एंड बिकॉज आई गेट serious complaints around हिंदी में बोलिए. So Neeraj, I'll answer in English. It's a long-term basket, absolutely, with a long-term view. However, and I don't have the views like 2008 because the market spectrum is very different. The data is very different. The participation is very different. And it was good to see this kind of volatility in the last 6-9 months to kind of participate, which whatever we could not do in 2020 because we were all busy with our own pandemic and all of that stuff, our own families and all of that. This is a great opportunity, I think, to to make to kind of capitalize on this growth and buy things which is available at much cheaper price. Of course, with the caveat, with the condition that you are not stuck in some companies which were already very expensive and now we don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. Correct. So I think from a perspective of our baskets, I'm very confident we are doing absolutely good. I have shown that in my 15 days ago Zoom in terms of how we are doing. I'll again demonstrate in our upcoming Saturday meeting the kind of recovery we are seeing, the kind of strength we are seeing. is all helping all of us. Plus, whatever you guys have done over the last 3 4 months of adding capital has really now coming out in a very good shape, right? So that's something to kind of continue. That's my view. Aditya is asking asset allocation. हाँ उस बात पे मैं नीरज की बात भी पूरी कर देता हूँ. These are pure equity baskets, right? They don't move to cash. There are only balance basket, uh, multi-factor, and rule-based new baskets, which are equity or cash. Rest are equity baskets. If markets are going down, unfortunately, they cannot move to cash. That's not the model. They are equity, 100% equity baskets. Of course, they can move to less volatile name, less volatile compositions, less volatile sectors, or sectors which have more kind of less headwinds, I would say. But asset allocation is something your job, not mine, or your financial advisor job and not mine. You have to decide if you're looking for a multi-factor asset allocation kind of strategy model, then an alpha blend is not the right choice. You have to think about something more kind of rule-based basket, or a multi-factor, or a balanced basket. Balanced basket would have gold, cash, whatever needed, right? This won't have. Aditya is asking asset allocation strategy in a small case, shifting to gold at time of loss of positive momentum. मैंने exactly अभी बताया Aditya. I think I read that line slightly, so I thought I'll tell right away. Yes, we have asset allocation baskets like balance basket, like multi-factor, which the name suggests, right? Dynamic asset allocation as the model portfolio. Or, for example, so this there you can have gold, multi-factor and balance basket may have gold, whereas rule-based momentum and alpha basket will not have even gold. It will have either cash or equity. So depending on your kind of decision, you are looking for asset allocation specific baskets, or you're looking for pure equity exposure. That is something you need to decide. Bimbi sir is asking, I invested this much money in alpha blend in September. From then I'm a loss of this number. I found that you increase the subscription value from now. What is the point if I'm in drawdown and still pay you a hefty subscription? Instead, I could invest all in blue chip shares. Bimisar Dasji, first of all, if you are a subscriber from September and you are on auto renewal mode, you will not be a part of any device fees, right? You will continue to get charged till you are a member of our community for the same price you have paid, right? That is what the advantage of joining early. Second, you have joined in September, you are in a certain number loss. Markets are also in a similar fashion, so it's not something which is out of the league. Last 6 months, 7 months, the number you have shown is something similar to every other broad basket, which is the number for you. So point around subscription fee increase is no longer applicable to you. Plus, to kind of confirm, the fees is not really high, right? If you really look at it, look, depending on the amount you have put in, I can see that the fees might look little on the higher side. For what you have to do, you have to really think about increasing the investment amount to at least uh, to a number, so that you're not paying really more than 1%, right, annually. So otherwise, these strategies, these subscriptions will eat into your returns. So I'll advise you to either increase your investment amount to match to the strategy. And regarding, instead I could invest in blue chip. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. There's no comparison of alpha blend quality focus small case with a blue chip investment, because they are different universe, they are different strategies. So if that is your choice, absolutely, sir, you can do this, do that. Another question from Amit. Will cohort also be rebalance? Please rebalance only if your system tells sir, and not just कि बहुत दिनों से नहीं हुआ. नहीं नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. चलो कर देते हैं. तो हिंदी में आंसर दे देते हैं, क्योंकि अमित जी ने हिंदी में पूछा है कि बहुत दिनों से नहीं हुआ तो चलो कर देते हैं. नहीं नहीं अमित जी, ऐसा कुछ भी हमारा मॉडल ही नहीं है. मैं आपको बहुत 1-to-1 मीटिंग कर चुका हूँ. यू नो हाउ आई ऑपरेट. rebalance September cohort का भी I think आज ही planned है. I'll confirm you if that is the thing. Public baskets ka to absolutely, I think rebalance is, I already updated. Alpha momentum fusion multi-factor is done. Alpha blend was done in the early start of this month, I think second or sometime April. Momentum and quality are waiting for, and wealth are waiting for the kind of, adjustment to the model portfolio from the company which is replaced, and remaining are just weighted changes which are going down the line, right, over this week and early next week. Plus the dates are also put in now, very clear date, so that there is no confusion, right? जहाँ जहाँ है cohort का date हम नहीं लगाते हैं because it's a need basis portfolio, but हम cohort का आपको inform हमेशा करते करते हैं. Yash is asking on YouTube, hey Robin, is this portfolio a small case or a weather forecast? Uh, hey Robin, is this portfolio a small case or a weather forecast? Hmm. Change the direction every breeze. Still waiting for that expert magic to kick in. Which one? Which portfolio? Yash did not follow. You mean any specific basket? And direction keeps changing. I don't know, portfolio direction, market direction, or my statement direction. And still waiting for the expert magic to kick in. Absolutely, expert magic will kick in once you trust the system for a little longer period. Once we all are in a better territory, that expert magic will kick in. Plus, post January, I think we are very clear in communication that आपका जहाँ investment है, where you have invested, do you understand the basket you have invested in? If not, that could be a past kind of reasoning of different name, a different description from January 8th after the new circular came in, which is true to label, very true to label. If it is discretionary, it is discretionary. If it is quality focus, it is quality focus. If it is momentum, it is momentum. It is as simple as that. And expert magic will absolutely kick in if you give it some time. Having said that, I think I have answered the hot questions which are coming on my screen on the top. Let me quickly share some data. Also, I'll see that data usually, in my as part of my twice in a week meetings, but I also wait for this Wednesday to see this data live with you, just to see where the sector momentum is moving and all of that. So let me just see how things are looking after the move. So let me just share my screen. I hope you can share my screen very soon. So this is as of yesterday. We have this quadrant which you have seen. Right now, we are nowhere in the bullish trajectory of any sector, of any strategy, of any basket, right? Which is quality, volatility, mid cap, whatever. However, if you see, some baskets are moving to a good path, to the. So this is a circle, right? It will start from here to go to here, go to here, go to here. You will see that, like you have seen things moving clockwise, you will see all of these meetings that this thing will ultimately move anti-clockwise and will give you the strength of the market what we are seeking for. We are in a very good shape from where we were. Everything was in the last quadrant, right? If you see few days, few months, few weeks ago, things have really kind of started to change. All of these baskets are now coming in some better trajectory. Of course, a real alpha is generated when market are weakly bullish, at least if not strongly bullish. Right now, markets are weakly bearish in few of the indices. We can see to understand that we can again look at the sectors so that we have more visibility on the sectors. So if you look at it, Nifty Financial Services, Nifty Private Bank, Nifty Bank, I think is in a relatively better positioning than other comp. So if you see our change in weightages, increase in weightage, you will see that the companies where we are kind of getting kind of higher exposure is belonging to those. And if you see, this is our weakest kind of quadrant, right? Whether it is a railways, PSU, reality. This is kind of still, media, metal. I think there's still a lot of strength to come to move it from here to here to here to here, right? That is the journey which will come. Next things which will move to this is from rural and FMCG. So this should move to the right hand side, and these things should come defense and all which are little bit doing better than these should move here first and then here, right? And then this might move here. So we don't know what we don't know. So that is one view. Let me just stop my see and see if you could. I can see if on YouTube if you can see what I was showing. Let me just go to YouTube. Um, uh, I don't know you whether you could see my screen. If you can confirm you could see, then I will continue. Because I'm not just back on my screen to see, to check if you could see. I don't see anybody confirming. I see Abhinav message around Momentum Trend Masters का rebalance update. मैंने Momentum Trend Masters के लिए एक टीम ने एक डॉक्यूमेंट भेजा है आपको कम्युनिटी में which explains the challenges right now with the kind of one stock getting stopped for trading and then replacement of that stock, and what is the kind of timeline T plus 7, T plus 14, T plus 20, right? I think all of you have started to get the credits of that company in your demat account. Once that process is over, we should also start seeing the replacement company in the model portfolio. As soon as that is done, and I'm following up with small case team, right? And I don't have the update as of today. I have last checked yesterday. So team has to come back to me. Once they come back to me, I'll confirm, when we do review. Because right now what is happening, because that company is no longer a tradable company, and the basket is auto adjusted to spread the kind of weightage among the remaining company 90, I mean whatever the remaining 90% was, right? So इसलिए उसका थोड़ा सा वेट हो रहा है बट जल्दी होगा. उसके लिए वेल्थ वेव भी सिमिलर इम्पैक्ट है, वेल्थ वेव को भी सिमिलर इम्पैक्ट है उसका. Tanmay confirmed, so the screen was visible, which is a good thing. So I have shown you that screen. I have shown you how some of the bank, I mean, the financial services, the private bank and bank nifty and all of that is showing the strength. You will see along with me in the times to come how this quadrant changes, how we get back to that mode, how we came back from that mode. So it's just a matter of time. You will all forget this bad past, that what happened. I am looking forward to days like let's go past. I don't remember. Let's go. I don't know. Whatever July, right? I think if you July will maybe July is the end of all of this pain. If you see, uh, whenever I want to show old data, my system starts to see how this was in 18 July, right? This is 18 July last year. How well we were doing in terms of CPSE, auto, FMCG, healthcare, IT, everything was just strongly bullish. Then everything was weakly bullish. There were hardly anything which was PSU bank and maybe SME, which was bearish that time, but everything else was very, very fancy. So you'll see this movement happening. It will take its time. We have seen this journey. We have seen we have seen in say Jan, Feb, where we were, say in Feb where we were. So see how bad we were in Feb. We were everything in the top bottom quartile. Nothing was there. Now, if you see the current date, it is looking much cleaner, and we are getting the strength of some of the sectors, and sectors are moving, right? That's about it. Anything else I want to kind of show you here? I don't think anything needed, but yeah, market view, we can see that uh, uh, maybe on theme baskets, we can see some movements happening in financial services. So it is turning now yellow and orange, which is good. Not really. Private bank is really doing good, right? It's also moving that side. Nifty services, also theme basket is also doing some good strength, which is good. That's about some last 2 weeks, 10 days. I don't think weeks will have shown any difference. Something in mid small financial, but not really, right? I'm looking for oranges, right? I'm not looking for red dots. I'm looking for oranges and green. Of course, green will take a lot of time, but we are still in oranges for private bank, venture services. So that is the kind of strength we have been referring to, and accordingly, you are seeing the movement in the market. Accordingly, you are seeing our baskets turning to that kind of shift as needed. So that's where I wanted to call out. and that was the objective of be transparent. I think we are appreciated at many times of being transparent. Sometimes we are over transparent, which hits me back and my team. But anyways, that's something, an ethos we live with, and that's something we uh, culture we have at our organization. However, I suggest a request that maintain decorum in communities, right? Do the right thing. Any concerns, any feedback. People talk about, I got a message forwarded just before YouTube live that there are concerns around that when the weightage is reduced, people think that it's a manipulative way of saying that we are cutting the losses, and but you don't want to call that out as cutting loss, and you're going to call it out as some reduction in weightage. As I told you, I mean, it's a model portfolio which is under SEBI regulations as a model portfolio, which means that this will work as a portfolio in entirety. Sometimes the individual companies which you refer to may not have too much meaning for us because of the model portfolio. And whatever we will do, whether it is increasing in the weightage, decreasing in the weightage, will be done as per the definition of the model portfolio, as per the underlying factor of the model portfolio. So यहाँ पे कुछ हम we are not this clever. If anybody thinks we are very straightforward. We are very open. So it's my somebody's yeah. Okay. So right. So after averaging in alpha blend, I'm close to recover. Excellent. Hemant, very good to know. I want to invest more for the same. Should I wait for September onwards like market patterns? Dekhi Hemant, very nice to know that you are at a verge of now turning positive, which is absolutely great to know. It will only depend on Hemant whether you need this money now or don't need this money in the immediate future. If you don't need the money in the immediate future, don't think about market getting into momentum, because nobody, only we will see, like, as I showed you date of yesterday, if you were there, Hemant, when we were showing, we see it as things happening, and of course we anticipate that things to continue, like the kind of red turning yellows and yellow turnings orange and orange to green. But let's participate when market is red if you have the capital which you can wait, which can wait for you to kind of come out from the market, right? अगर आप पैसा छोड़ सकते हैं तो बहुत अच्छा टाइम है, अगर आप नहीं छोड़ सकते हैं तो एब्सोल्युटली फिर वो पैसा तो नहीं लगाएंगे ना, मतलब we have to be careful with that money. So that was the objective. I don't want to keep it long. I think half an hour हो गया, आप लोग join करें, बहुत अच्छा लगा. I would also put this update in the manager update section of small case app, because a lot of people do not come on my channel. They do check manager update. I keep requesting to subscribe to my channel, but people don't do. So as a marketing kind of action also, I will ask you to subscribe to my channel, right? That's what I would have to say. Any last minute question if you have, please ask. Otherwise, I'll kind of drop the meeting. Question यहाँ पे नहीं, I just checked and hope it was useful, and feel free to participate in the communities. Feel free to. We also started sending emails, and we also planning to send you some monthly updates on your baskets, right? So that you feel more involved. I think that's our objective, so that you are always kept informed. कहाँ एक और feedback था, there's a noise or there is a feeling that we have more small cases now. So हमने ध्यान नहीं, we have less focus on our existing subscribers and focus on building business. And somebody gave us long messages, and I already reached out to the concerned person. Of course, that concerned person is not our active subscriber. He was a past subscriber, but of course they all are in a community for the benefit of everybody, for the benefit of retail audience. So please understand that there are different product lines managed by different parts of the team, whether it is con driven, rule driven, fundamental focus. So don't worry about more products, worry about the product you have, and do you understand your product you carry. The only win is if you understand the product you carry, then the conversations between you and I, between you and team will be very, very, fruitful. अदरवाइज आपका ध्यान अपनी बास्केट पे रहता नहीं है, आपका ध्यान किसी और बास्केट पे चला जाता है जो आपसे रिलेटेड ही नहीं है। अगर आपको उस बास्केट का ईमेल आ रहा है तो वो ईमेल तो आपकी सारी ऑडियंस को जाएगा ही जाएगा, बिकॉज उसी ईमेल से lot of audience has diversified into other baskets because that is where they felt the need of a diversification, so they did that. बट अगर आपको लगता है कोई भी ईमेल डिस्ट्रैक्शन है तो प्लीज आप उसे अनसब्सक्राइब भी कर सकते हो। वी विल नॉट ऑफ कोर्स सेंड यू द ईमेल अगेन इफ यू अनसब्सक्राइब, राइट? दैट इज हाउ इट इज। Rebalance, wealth wave में weightage adjustment, wealth wave is a long term basket, it's a long term play, but we will have to say do the weightage adjustment then में post we have the issue sorted out for the company which we all know is getting replaced with a bank, right? And we have some weightage update there. All right, guys, thank you so much for your time, and I will speak to all of you soon. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and